In Division 2, out go the lights, away go the cars. Good start being made by Andy Martin with the Honda Civic. He's got the inside line then as they dive to the first corner. Dave Van Beers also well up third at the moment with his Renault Clio. There's Marcel Snijers as well. Piotr Tišković understeering his way onto the loose for the first time with the Opel Astra. And in fact, Tišković, they're getting pushed right down to the rear of the field. A replay of the start here from on board with Dave Van Beers, third into that first corner. And you could see that Tišković then almost thumped into the back of Andy Martin's car, had to sort of back out of the corner, in other words, go wide, and that really has hampered his efforts. So, it is Martin leading, Van Beers second, Marcel Snijers it is in third. It's a pretty good lead this for Andy Martin, the Belgian driver looking to win this heat on his own home ground. Accelerating his way now up towards the completion of the heat, crosses the line, there's the checkered flag, Andy Martin takes the victory. Another Division 2 heat all lined up, ready to go. Harold Sakve with number 102, the Astra, beaten away by Jussi Pinomäki in the Clio. Per Gustafsson nearest us in number 122, the red Peugeot. Tucks in second place then. Sakve goes third. Michaël De Keersmaecker is fourth. And the cars then, having gone through that long first corner on the tarmac, drop onto the loose. It's been very dry here this weekend, very dusty, both indeed the tarmac still pretty dusty, and an awful lot of dust kicked up as the cars go across the loose surfaces. But it looks as though the Finn, Jussi Pinomäki, the man that leads the division within the European Rallycross Championship, is set for victory here. Over the line, checkered flag falls, and he does the best time in Division 2. Division 1 action. Out go the lights. Division 2 action underway once again. Once more, Piotr Tišković hung out to dry on the outside line. Snijers driving into the side of Michaël De Keersmaecker's Honda there. And De Keersmaecker here hard at work. He's down to third. He gets all sideways. Whoops, he's off. Manages to avoid anything solid. Here's the replay of it. Tagged into a slide, I think, there by Snijers. De Keersmaecker sorts himself out, but that could have been a whole lot worse for him. Up front, it's Andy Martin having a pretty good time here on his own home ground. He won his first heat. He's leading his second. He's got Harold Sakve tucked up behind him then. Honda versus Opel. The Civic ahead of the Astra. Marcel Snijers, it is third. Piotr Tišković fourth, and then fifth, Michaël De Keersmaecker as they come up across the line once again. De Keersmaecker has a go on the inside, clatters into the side then of Tišković's car. Here's the replay. There's the gap. There's the bigger gap. He says, I'm coming through, make your own arrangements. Down through the gears, onto the loose once again. And De Keersmaecker then hard at work, throwing the car sideways, but that Honda is looking very dog-eared. The mirror on the left-hand side is falling off. You can see the damage on the right-hand side of it. Rallycross, remember, is a non-contact sport. Ho-hum. Meantime, Andy Martin it is, ahead of Harold Sakve. They're the top two as what's left of De Keersmaecker's Honda Civic then. Looks for a way now past Snijers' Renault Clio. And these two running together as they head across the tarmac. De Keersmaecker much, much quicker there. Look, and he has a look on the inside to get past this contact, and off goes Snijers. Into the gravel, almost into the barrier, and very definitely there was contact between the two. De Keersmaecker, I'm afraid, has rather just muscled him off the road. Here's the onboard replay. Bang. Exit stage left. That was hardly subtle from De Keersmaecker. It gets Snijers out of the way, but it won't win him any friends. Over the line, Andy Martin it is who takes the win. Well, that's where it all started, with Snijers bouncing into the side of De Keersmaecker's Honda Civic. Let's stay, though, with Division 2, because the lights go out. The next grid of excitable drivers blasts away. Jussi Pinomäki ahead of Per Gustafsson as they head towards the first corner. There's Marcus Nielsen in there as well. And Nielsen trying to go all the way around the outside of Pinomäki, but he can't do it. Gustafsson being tapped into a big, big slide there, but he manages to control it. So Gustafsson is second, Marcus Nielsen is third. There's Dave Van Beers in fourth place and Roman Castrel fifth and last at the moment. More contact, that's Nielsen now being lent on by Dave Van Beers. But up front, Jussi Pinomäki it is in the lead in the orange and white Clio. And a good little fight going on here as Dave Van Beers gets up onto two wheels in his pursuit of Marcus Nielsen. He's also coming under pressure because Castrel's with him, and Castrel hits him and knocks him sideways. Castrel's Astra up alongside the Renault, and Dave Van Beers loses the place there. Through that tarmac right-hander they go. Roman Castrel ahead, then he runs wide, and Van Beers comes back through on the inside. Dave Van Beers goes through. And here is a replay on board with Van Beers. He gets knocked sideways by Castrel. The Astra runs round the outside, gains the place back. And Dave Van Beers hard at work then, tucked up behind Roman Castrel now, who locks up, skates wide. Van Beers back up the inside. Little clash between the two going onto the loose, but that's how Dave Van Beers got the place back. Up front, though, Jussi Pinomäki is going to win the heat, but he's only good enough that time for third fastest within this round of heats. It's Michaël De Keersmaecker in this race, and remember, they crossed swords earlier in the day, and they've done it again. Snuyers taps De Keersmaecker into a spin this time. Off they go, and Snuyers' car ends up parked on the bonnet of Michaël De Keersmaecker's car. There's the replay of it. De Keersmaecker turned around. Off he goes. They also involve Michael Lundmark. So, this is the view from De Keersmaecker. He turns from the outside line into the corner. Big, big whack. Snuyers turns him around, and De Keersmaecker then, with damage to the front of the car, ends up underneath the Clio. So that makes the Honda a bit lighter. The marshals and the team will get rid of the bodywork. And De Keersmaecker saying to the officials, just a racing incident, nobody to blame. So, the restart underway. Lots of yellow perils versus De Keersmaecker, who goes round the outside, and again he gets tapped into a spin. He goes off, he goes into the gravel, he goes over, in fact, this time. There's the replay of it. De Keersmaecker spears off into the gravel, the car digs in, the car goes over. And if you want to know what it feels like from within, then this is the view. De Keersmaecker turns into the corner, bang, round he goes, off he goes, over he goes. So we'll have a third restart, and guess what? Michaël De Keersmaecker's car is on the grid. It looks very second-hand now, there's not much glass left in it, but Michaël De Keersmaecker is in the race, and he's got himself ahead of his arch-rival Marcel Snuyers here. Snuyers there in number 109, dodging round the outside. It's a very subdued start for Snuyers, I think, determined to try to keep out of trouble. Meantime, Michael Lundmark is ahead of his brother Peter Lundmark, and then Michaël De Keersmaecker is third, the Belgian, in that very battered Honda Civic. The two Clio drivers looking as though they're running away with it at the moment. Michael Lundmark, Peter Lundmark, the top two. There is De Keersmaecker going through in third. It's a good, strong Honda Civic, that, as they're going very, very wide. Is Michael Lundmark, he's lost the lead. Is he going to lose second? Because now De Keersmaecker is right with him. The two of them together. The Swede just losing out then. De Keersmaecker goes through. Michaël De Keersmaecker then up into second place. Down to third, Michael Lundmark. Another dent in the Honda, another dent in the Honda. Two more biffs in the back. De Keersmaecker being shoveled along by Michael Lundmark. And the Clio, I think, is about to expire on him. Meantime, Peter Lundmark wins the heat. Michaël De Keersmaecker valiantly takes second, and he just qualifies for the B final. And that could be the most bruising race he's ever had. And there's still